Hey sis, today we're talking about pricing. Are you pricing too low? When was the last time you raised your prices? How do you raise your prices? Let's dive in and secure the bag. Welcome to my channel. I'm Charlene and I'm a multi-passion entrepreneur and Black Luxe creator. This channel is to motivate and inspire Black women and allies to create a wealthy and luxe business and lifestyle. In today's video, we're talking all about raising your prices. But first, if you don't mind, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more content on wealth building. It really helps my channel and I appreciate it. So let me give you a short background story. I started my entrepreneurial journey when I moved to Boston for my first post-grad job as a way to supplement my income. The city life, the city life was not cheap. So Boston is the number 6 most expensive city to live within the United States. So if I wanted to be able to afford rent, groceries, transportation, happy hours with coworkers, hello, your girl loves a cocktail. My nonprofit salary was not enough, so I cleaned houses. Yes, your girl cleaned houses. I babysat. I designed assets for an ostrich company. Honestly, if it was legal, your girl did the damn thing. I then started online fitness coaching after a transformation photo of me went viral. This was my first taste of starting and scaling a business. Fast forward to a year later, I started my VA business, which is now my agency, Soulful Systems, who is sponsoring this video. Like many Black women who enter this entrepreneurial ecosystem, I had pretty much no frame of reference and no network behind me. I was literally building my legacy from the ground up, and my prices reflected that. If you understand where I'm coming from, comment below. How many times have you undercharged yourself, and are you still currently undercharging yourself? So instead of my pricing reflecting the years of experience I've accrued hustling and scaling others' dreams, my pricing reflected the inadequacy and imposter syndrome that is ingrained in BIPOC women when we enter this ecosystem. My pricing model reflected a deficit of self. So why was I charging below market rates? Honestly, I thought by reducing prices to gain customers, I would optimize my entry into a saturated market. We determined that was a lie. But instead, my pricing model undercut my credibility. My services were not valued as a premium product because I was not packaging them that way, and I attracted the wrong clients. Devaluing my services was also a symptom of a lack of understanding of my customer base. I hadn't really identified who my target audience was, and therefore I struggled with achieving product market fit. Once I changed my pricing model and increased my prices, I saw a greater return on investment. Understanding my prices were intended for established entrepreneurs, I was able to create a pricing model that reflected exactly this, which gave me market validation and increased my customer acquisition. My agency were continuously sold out or have a wait list in terms of our services and products because we know who we're talking to, and we've also priced our products accordingly. So when pricing a product and a service, I like to keep in mind these 3 elements because my sis, as we're going into 2021, it is time for you to raise those prices. This is the sound of your prices going up, 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 up. So I like to keep in mind these 3 elements: the cost of your product, the value of your product, and of course, do not forget your financial reward. Yes, sis, you get to pay yourself for all of the expertise and hard work you put into your product and your services. So let's get started with the first element, the cost of your product. So the cost of your product, you want to think about the amount of money essentially that you spent on creating and the amount of time, right? So things to keep in mind are logistics and physicalities, overhead costs, an increase in inflation, right? Cost of living, expertise increase. Next, the value, what your client believes the product or service is worth to them. I am a huge believer in purpose-focused profit, essentially value-driven messaging. Sis, if you don't have your messaging down, it makes it that much more difficult to sell your products and your services regardless of your rate. So for example, the messaging behind my online business management agency, Soulful Systems, is to support high-level entrepreneurs with creating sustainable and scalable systems so that they can stay in their zone of genius. We charge a premium, but our clients, they come to us, they understand that we are charging a premium, and that's because we have value-driven messaging. They get it. They will pay to play, and that's because we are a huge and integral part of the success of their business, but also the success of their clients. To continue, another piece of the value is demand, right? If there is a high demand, raise those prices, okay? In addition, your dream clients won't take you seriously if your pricing isn't competitive. Something that I have talked to folks about right now is raising prices during a pandemic. What does that look like? There's a fear around raising prices during a pandemic. But here's the thing, sis. I want you to focus more so on your supply and demand and the current market. So for example, digital marketers increased their prices during the pandemic because there was a massive need. Health coaches also increased their prices during the pandemic because they found a massive need as well. So COVID has truly accelerated certain market trends, including telehealth and digital platform usage. So this is a great opportunity for those in this space to optimize their niche expertise by raising prices. Essentially, if you're in demand, sis, raise those prices. I understand the fear of raising your prices, especially during a pandemic, but here's the thing, you're running a business, sis, so treat it as such. And of course, you don't want to necessarily take advantage of the current circumstances, but what you can also do in addition to raising your prices, especially if you're in demand, is to continue to create amazing and incredible free value-based content on your platforms to address those needs. The last element is your financial reward for providing the product. Sis, make sure, listen closely, make sure you secure the bag. Intellectual property is everything. So Oprah Winfrey's net worth is around $2.6 billion. Her show, her ideas, her concepts, those are all intellectual property that provides a solution, essentially entertainment and education and inspiration for her viewers. So own what you know. As an entrepreneur, one of the worst pitfalls is having others profiteer off of your creative labor. So ensure you retain your intellectual property as you negotiate contracts. Your pricing model should reflect your expertise, my sis. So remember, you are your greatest competitive advantage. Do not, for the love, do not undercut your own bag. Now, when it comes to actually increasing your prices, after implementing the formula I just talked about, here are a few things that you can do. So one, raise it in stages for your current clients. So you can let them know that you're going to raise it over the course of the year, over the course of the quarter, when their contract is up. Just communicate, right? Communication is very important when it comes to raising your prices with your current clients. The next thing you can do is upsell to your customers and your current clients, whether you've added a new product or your new service or some sort of add-on. Sis, this is a great time to upsell. In addition, feel empowered to address the price increase to your audience and why. Don't be afraid to break it down. Don't be afraid to let them know, like, this is what's coming up the pipeline. This is what's new in your business, and your pricing is reflecting that. So I know we covered a lot in this video. If you have any questions, make sure to comment down below. So I'll be hosting a live masterclass very soon, and you are invited. Make sure to follow me on Instagram at Charlene Izere so you don't miss the announcement. In the meantime, make sure to check out my latest video on making power moves towards your goals. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.